Welcome to the Hollywood Secrets Information. In this video, we're diving deep into the golden age of cinema to uncover one of Tinseltown's best-kept secrets: the hidden love life of Montgomery Clift and the 17 gay actors of old Hollywood he reportedly dated in secret. These were the men who defined masculinity on screen but lived double lives away from the spotlight, men who shared private, passionate moments with Clift in an era that demanded silence, secrecy, and sacrifice. So, before we unveil this never-before-revealed list of hidden lovers and Hollywood legends, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more shocking celebrity revelations. 1. Rock Hudson. The most well-known closeted actor in Hollywood history, Rock Hudson was a towering figure both on screen and in private. Known for his romantic roles and masculine image, Rock battled to hide his sexuality throughout his life. Rumors swirled around a secret relationship between Rock and Montgomery Clift, especially during the early 1950s when both were filming across Hollywood. Mutual friends later hinted at passionate flings, hotel meetups, and letters that were mysteriously destroyed. 2. James Dean. Montgomery Clift and James Dean shared more than just method acting and brooding charisma. They were kindred spirits. Dean, a rebel in every way, had a complex identity that he rarely discussed. According to close sources, Montgomery and James grew close during industry parties and intimate conversations. Clift reportedly mentored Dean, and some speculate their bond grew into something much deeper. Though never confirmed publicly, Clift often referred to Dean as the fire that matched mine. 3. Sal Mineo. Sal Mineo, best remembered for Rebel Without a Cause, was a sensitive soul who struggled with his sexual identity throughout his career. Clift and Mineo are believed to have connected during the mid-1950s. Clift, who was older and more experienced, reportedly became a comforting presence for Mineo, who was overwhelmed by fame and inner confusion. According to Mineo's biographers, there were hushed stories of late-night visits to Clift's apartment and long drives along the California coast. 4. Anthony Perkins. Known for his chilling role as Norman Bates in Psycho, Anthony Perkins was one of the few actors who had a confirmed romantic relationship with Montgomery Clift. The two were said to be inseparable for a time. Perkins, shy and deeply closeted, found solace in Clift's empathy and worldliness. Their relationship was both romantic and intellectual, filled with poetry, classic music, and personal letters. Some letters reportedly still survive in private collections. 5. Farley Granger. Farley Granger, a handsome star from Hitchcock's Rope and Strangers on a Train, was openly bisexual in his later years and wrote about his encounters with both men and women. His romantic involvement with Montgomery Clift was hinted at in his memoir, where he described Clift as a tortured genius with eyes that could read your soul. Their affair reportedly took place in the late 1940s, when both men were rising stars and navigating the dangers of being openly affectionate in public. 6. Marlon Brando. While Montgomery Clift and Marlon Brando were often seen as rivals, there was a magnetic tension between them that insiders believed went beyond professional competition. Brando, who admitted in interviews to homosexual experiences, was rumored to have shared a complicated and passionate affair with Clift in the late 1940s. Brando allegedly said, "Monty was the only one who could see past my performance. Their chemistry was undeniable, and their trysts were often whispered about at Hollywood's most elite gatherings." 7. Tab Hunter. Blonde, charming, and the epitome of 1950s teen idols, Tab Hunter's life was carefully curated by studios. Behind the scenes, though, he battled with being outed. He and Montgomery Clift met at a private industry event and were reportedly lovers for a brief but intense period. According to Hunter's posthumously published memoirs, "He made me feel like it was okay to be me." Their affair was short-lived due to studio interference and tabloid threats. 8. Richard Chamberlain. Often dubbed the king of the miniseries, Richard Chamberlain spent most of his career hiding his sexuality until finally coming out later in life. Early in his career, however, he crossed paths with Montgomery Clift. Their relationship was described by insiders as fleeting but fiery. Clift, older and wiser, tried to guide the younger actor through Hollywood's cruel expectations. Chamberlain allegedly referred to Clift as the man who showed me how to live in shadows. 9. John Ireland. John Ireland, a rugged, brooding actor known for westerns, was rumored to be one of Clift's more passionate lovers. Their relationship allegedly began on the set of a now-forgotten studio production in the early 50s. A production assistant later wrote in a private letter, "You could feel the electricity when John and Monty walked into the room." Though never confirmed, their mutual intensity and desire for privacy made them a perfect, if volatile, match. 10. Durk Bogard. Though not American, Durk Bogard was a prominent figure in both British and Hollywood cinema. Closeted until his death, Bogard was an intensely private man. During a film festival in Europe, he met Montgomery Clift, and the two reportedly shared a whirlwind romance away from the American press. Their long-distance affair is said to have lasted months, with letters and quiet visits across the Atlantic. Bogard once hinted, "There was once a man with eyes so sad they made mine weep." 11. George Nader. A talented actor whose career was sabotaged after being outed by a scandal magazine, George Nader found refuge among fellow closeted men of Hollywood. He and Clift were linked through mutual friends and parties thrown by Hollywood insiders. Nader's longtime partner, Mark Miller, later revealed that George had a brief romance with Clift in the early 50s, describing it as a spark between two men trying to find truth in a world of lies. 12. Ramon Novaro. A silent film icon, Ramon Novaro lived decades before Clift's rise but remained active in Hollywood's social circles well into the 1940s and 50s. Clift admired Novaro's legacy, and the two developed a close friendship that, according to some, turned romantic. Novaro, deeply religious and riddled with guilt over his sexuality, found solace in Clift's open heart. Their quiet moments were reportedly filled with deep conversations, spiritual reflection, and gentle affection. 13. Cesar Romero. Best known later in life as the Joker in the 1960s Batman series, Romero was a dashing figure in his youth. Often linked to women in the tabloids, Romero actually lived as a closeted gay man. Rumors of a brief affair with Clift began circulating after they were spotted together multiple times in late-night establishments and private residences. Insiders claim that Clift appreciated Romero's old-school charm and that their bond was like fire and silk. 14. Tyrone Power. Tyrone Power, one of the most stunningly beautiful actors of Hollywood's golden age, had long been the subject of speculation about his sexuality. Though married several times, there were numerous whispers of his hidden affairs with men. Among them, Montgomery Clift was often cited. The two shared mutual admiration and respect. Their reported affair was brief and carefully concealed, but those close to Clift said he considered Tyrone the one he couldn't quite catch. 15. Jack Larson. Best known as Jimmy Olsen from The Adventures of Superman, Jack Larson was a proud yet discreet gay man during his early career. Larson moved in the same elite circles as Clift and was known to attend private gatherings hosted by gay Hollywood insiders. He and Clift shared a brief connection during one of these events, reportedly finding a kindred melancholy in each other. Larson later called Clift a man of exquisite sadness and infinite charm. 16. Paul Newman. This one will shock many. Paul Newman, the blue-eyed icon of cool, was a dear friend of Clift. But according to some unconfirmed accounts from Hollywood insiders, there was more than just friendship between the two. Newman's early days in Hollywood overlapped with Clift's later years. They reportedly spent time together at retreats and film festivals, where their connection deepened. Clift admired Newman's intellect and looks, while Newman allegedly confided to friends about a deep emotional pull he felt toward Monty. 17. Lawrence Harvey. British actor Lawrence Harvey, star of The Manchurian Candidate, lived an enigmatic life, rumored to have had several discreet same-sex relationships. He and Montgomery Clift became close in the 1960s while working within overlapping film circles. Their affair, brief and complex, came at a time when Clift was struggling with addiction and health issues. Harvey reportedly visited Clift often, bringing food and company. He once remarked, "Montgomery taught me the price of beauty, and the burden of being known." And there you have it, the 17 actors of old Hollywood whom Montgomery Clift is believed to have dated in secret. Each of these stories is a piece of a larger, hidden history. In a time when being yourself could mean losing everything, these men dared to love, however briefly, in silence. Their secret romances reveal just how much was sacrificed to create the illusion of Hollywood perfection. If you enjoyed this dive into the unseen side of Hollywood's golden age, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories that shine a light on the shadows of stardom. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep searching for the truth behind the fame.